What is my best Les Paul, you ask? I'll show you my best Les Paul. Ah. You mad, bro? Huh? You think you know, but you have no idea. Revv G3, Joyo Cab Box. Man, it's hot in here. There's no aircon in the room. The window is open so that the air can circulate in, and also the outside noise. Man, sweating my tits off over here. Don't see it much, but sweat is dripping down my body. Sweating all over the guitar. Sweating all over the guitar, man. Listen to this. Man. Listen to this. Acoustically, very nice acoustic sound. Of course, the microphone is EQ'd for my voice, so there's that. Nice and resonant. Guitar feels good. The reason why I say that this is my best Les Paul, despite this good one over here, I think I would be more inclined to picking this up to play it, because the way I see it, you know, probably a long rant, right? The Gibson, it feels to me more like, yeah, it's the OG Les Paul, granted. Good, that's good. But it feels like a version 1 of the Les Paul. The problem is with Gibson, they are handcuffed by the mob, the fan mob, the elite, the purist fan mob. And it's up to them. It's their company. They want to follow the mob. They want to be led by the mob, or for lack of better words at the moment. So they are trapped basically in, I would say 1950. They're trapped in 1959. They cannot move forward. This McCarty Singlecut 594 on the other hand, with Paul Reed Smith, because they don't have that iconic, legendary vintage status really. They are allowed to keep moving forward and moving forward. So this, you could say this is like an evolved Les Paul. And there's plenty of what I would say improvements to it, like they put bigger frets. It's not like a extra jumbo, probably like an ESP, but I'm surprised with the size of the frets on this. For example, it's bigger than even the frets on my Custom 22. It's supposed to be like a vintage style, right? Pattern vintage neck, nice and fat. And of course, the headstock angle isn't too drastic. Yeah. The tuning pegs are nice and placed so that the orientation of the strings are not too, they're not too like that. You know, they're closer to parallel. They have the balance between being perfectly parallel and still looking pretty good. That's what I like about it. And of course, my favorite looking tuners, the Tulip. Love them. Non-locking tuners, because I don't mind non-locking tuners, because I could say that I'm experienced enough as a guitar player that I know how to I can handle these, because I've owned guitars with no locking. I never really desired locking tuners. If I bought a guitar and it had locking tuners, oh cool, bonus. I'm not crying about it, you know what I mean? What I noticed is the neck and the body. The neck joins at, what is it, 16 and a half? 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half. Where the Gibson joins on 16. Kind of on the dot, right? I don't know if it makes enough of a difference. See, it joins on 16. Right at 16. You see it? I think it seems to make a difference because they are both single cut, but for some reason it's easier to play up here on the PRS. I don't know. Probably also because the fretboard is higher. This is something that Joe Walsh had mentioned. The fretboard is generally a bit higher, right? Compared to the modern standard anyway. You can probably see it. It's a bit shallower. See? You see the binding? You just see binding. Whereas on the PRS, you see a bit of the neck wood. If you look on the other side here, you can see some neck wood and then the binding. I don't know, I didn't really measure it precisely, but... And also the back. Nice and rounded. You know, Gibson, what they did, I think they did it with some signature model like a MKH, the Matt Heafy one. I think they did like almost like an ESP style where they really smoothened it out. Not the Les Paul Modern where it looks a bit weird, but I really like the look of what they did with this, right? And if you have the belly cut, because why not, man? Why not? Why not put some comfort? This guitar is very much more ergonomic. Also, even the edges here, there's no belly cut, like bottom belly cut or whatever, but it feels more rounded in here, right? So you got the belly cut, and even here it's also very, very rounded here. And then of course you got the belly cut, and then plenty of advancements. Like little things like that, that's not really, it's not really changing the I'm not really pointing out, comparing the fundamentals. Maybe I am, I don't know, whatever. I can talk about what I want to talk, right? And the neck on this feels good. The neck on the 50s standard feels good too, but this just feels more comfortable. You got the brass saddles, and whatever material this up, the bridge, the stop tail piece, and the actual bridge here, the Tunomatic. I don't know what they're made of, but I know, it seems good. I could take it back to the old days where I didn't really care about material, like not material, but the things that's worth noting, like the ergonomics, I really appreciate. And then, as usual, the double humbucker. I think with the Gibson, I think you notice how the bridge pickup and I don't know if it's the same. If the bridge pickup and the bridge, you notice how in the Les Paul it's closer. They're closer together, right? And I think that has an influence on the sound. Just like how a neck pickup or a middle pickup is further to the bridge than the bridge pickup, I think that extra, what is it, 1 centimeter probably makes a difference. I don't know what it is. The orientation of the tuning, excuse me. The knobs are very similar. Of course, the sound is going to be different, right? I have things that I appreciate from the Les Paul, and there's also, of course, some things that I appreciate from the McCarty. Like the McCarty seems to have, this is the TCI'd version 5815 LT Plus. From what I understand, they are Alnico 2 magnets. This is a 2023 model, and they seem pretty clear. I think it's a little brighter than the Les Paul, but it's clear. There's the resonances because of I don't have any tape. I tried using like little silicone, like a silicone gel that sets, kind of like the same stuff that I put between the pickups and the pickup covers to avoid the vibrations that's causing the squeals. Because I thought if I put it on the strings, it looks better than having something there like one of those the wraps that people use here. Something about that doesn't, it looks kind of wanky to me. I may or may not be calling out those people, but you do you, I do me, and that's okay, right? I like to try things. It probably looks disgusting to you. You see that? There's bits and pieces there. Silicone, I tried to put it in here as well. You see all that? You can kind of see it. I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but maybe it makes a little bit of difference. It cuts it out, but at the same time, it looks clean. It's still ringing. You can hear it. It's still ringing. there. It's completely silent when I'm putting my... It's an exaggeration when I'm putting my finger on it there and my pinky in here. If I take one out, if I take one out on that end, which one's louder? That's probably louder here. It's this one. It's the A string. You can hear it. Yeah? You can hear it. Okay, maybe I'll add some more over on this side. And I put the treble bleed in here too because it was the same story as that. Normally PRSs, they if there's just one volume knob, I think they go ahead and put a 181 treble bleed, which is the equivalent of 180 picofarad, I believe. And that works for both the neck and the bridge. But for my case, if I have the opportunity with independent volumes, as I mentioned in my treble bleed video, I put a 181 on the bridge volume, which is a 180 picofarad, and on the neck pickup, I do a 130k ohm, 30k or 130k ohm, or I don't remember. Just watch the video, man. 130k or 130. Probably 130k ohm resistor in series with the 470 picofarad capacitor. It'll be labeled 471 because there's 10, remember? In series. So the pickup first goes through the resistor and then the capacitor and then out. Just watch the video. That makes a nice and balanced sound, as I will show you. It's about 3 in the volume. I'm going to be moving through the volume knob. The bridge pickup. One thing I noticed about the tuning heads here, the posts being made of brass and looks like they are brushed. They are a bit slippery. I was a bit too overconfident with the way I was stringing it. I probably did it a tiny bit too short, but thankfully it was still just enough that the string is holding. because it's not locking tuners. But I learned. $180 picofarad or 181 on the label. Bit of clean channel. There is a single coil on this, but don't really care for a single coil at the moment, man. Except maybe for P90, but so the way apparently they do the splitting on this is the kind of it kind of is a mix. Probably not really a split, right? But it's more like a tap, kind of a tap, not really a true tap. It's just a weakening of one coil. Not bad, hey. It sounds slappy. At some point, I'm gonna measure what kind of resistance is being used in the resistor, because they use a resistor to weaken, I think they weaken the screw coil, because I can kind of hear it. Another thing I like by the way about this is the brushed pickups. Can you see it? Nice and brushed. There you go. Nice and brushed, man. You like it? Yeah? There you go. So neck pickup. We put it on full. I think they weakened the slug here. Yeah, it doesn't sound as metallic. Yep. Yeah, I think they weakened the slug on the neck side. Probably. A new type of single coiling a humbucker. I wonder if they did this first or someone else. But seems like a good idea, because you don't get too much of a... You still get like the same, similar output or volume level as a true single coil. It's not like literally half of the humbucker, because normally single coils are around about 6K, right? I cannot hear the difference when I'm monitoring my mic, because I can hear the strings the same. It still sounds pretty clear when it's on humbucking mode, which is pretty good. So I'm on clean tone, and we will observe the volume drop. Oh, you know what? That's my mistake there. I do have a compression on. Let me get the pure signal. Pure signal. It's probably not gonna sound good, but hey, you understand because you're smart. Humbucking. Yeah, not bad at all. There's a bit of volume drop, but it's kind of to be expected because humbuckers are typically wound just naturally hotter than a single coil. Otherwise, it would sound too trebly. I believe it has 0.022 pico. I forgot the measurement of that capacitor capacitor that's being used in the tone circuit. But it's kind of standard. It looks different. It looks like that white cylinder, like a white stick of dynamite or something, which I don't really care for, man. Could be they could have put in a bumblebee in there. They could have put in orange drops. They could have put in some what do you call it, boutique oil in paper. Come on, bro. Do you just practice, bro? People don't really care about what capacitors you have in there. The audience doesn't really care. I mean, you do too, and that matters, but for most of you, or at least some of you, I'm pretty sure what the audience thinks matters to you. Don't lie to yourself. What matters to them more is how you entertain them. Your stage moves, your stage presence, how you carry yourself up there. You like the pattern, bro? I like this wild pattern. I don't like the super straight, super thin flame maple because I'll get bored of that, man. This is very interesting to me. That dark spot there reminds me of my Custom 22, where I think the dark spot is somewhere here, and there's another one here in the bottom or something. And the birds, as usual, I think. What do you make? What do you make of this, man? Is that mother of pearl? Or I don't think it's abalone, because abalone is very greeny, very it's super colorful. This is probably mother of pearl. Or I don't know, bro. They look beautiful. It's got a thick body. I don't think it's as thick as a typical Les Paul, which I like, because I think those are, I don't know. It comes back to ergonomics for me. You like ergonomics, man? No? Oh, okay. That's all right. I hope you live in a free country where you can choose your guitar's characteristics, man. Because some people don't, so you better not take that for granted. Otherwise, you're a punk. I just watched some podcast from Joe Rogan about this chick who escaped from North Korea. Who knows if that's a real chick or if it's a plant or whatever, but still opens your eyes, kind of thing. You like that tangent, bro? You know, I like this mix of the brass and the chrome or nickel. But I like the combination of the color. And this doesn't come with the gold screws here and the gold pole pieces, but that's okay. That's okay. And some brass and nickel action there. Closed tuning pegs. Yeah, how many times did I show you that? And then I put my favorite kind of straps on, the DiMarzio. Yeah. What else do you want to know about this one, man? This weighs about 4 kilos. 4 kilos is about 8.8 pounds. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's lighter than the Les Paul. Some people have some of these standard McCarty 594s weighing less than 4, like 3.6 or something, 3.5 or something crazy. But I wanted this color because I already have a vintage type color. I always wanted guitars that look unique, and I guess there's plenty of other one of these, but it's fairly unique because it looks like a bleeding rock, right? Because of the red, and then it looks like a big rock here, and like there's blood that's been sprayed on it or something, or been misted on it. Like I had the option of getting this McCarty in that color, but I already have that. And now granted that guitar will probably be lighter and more resonant. Who knows? I like this one. Nice color. I like the knobs, how it's black, like a black and clear. It looks very elegant. Like a elegant classic. I wouldn't say, I could probably say modern classic, but I'd like to say elegantized classic. That's probably all we're gonna talk about today, because if you want to know more, if I missed anything, it's got the nice rolled by that old feeling. I like it. Has a and this is nitro as well, so it has a nice soft feeling. And I'd never had a thought like, oh, it's sticky. Never had that, which is good. It's a good sign. Now this is probably gonna, in the year's time of me playing it everywhere, it's probably gonna look more aged compared to my other PRSs, because the other ones have like the old V12 finish or something, and this is nitro. It's fine, it's fine. Took me some few days to dial this in, dialing the relief on the neck, the balance between the relief and the action, the string action, and the string height, the pickup heights and the pole piece heights individual, so that I can get the nice even string to string volume balance. Intonated well. I just like PRS guitars, man. They seem to, you're just a bit more confident with them. It stays in tune really good. But if I missed anything, just tell me, man. I'll reply to you. Don't worry. It's not like I'm a big channel or anything where I'll forget about you and I have no time to. Yeah, I'll let's talk, man. All right. I've been Goldie. Thank you very much for hanging out. Hope you gave you some good feelings. Thank you for watching. Good morning. And by the way, folks, at the time of making this video, I've somehow reached 500 subs. And thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it, man. Our latest subscribers, we have Valor Amplification, Tyler's Prophecy, and Johnny Guerrero. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. You guys are subscribing? What? Oh man, thank you very much. What in the world? Have a good day.